Welcome back to JoyousZ. That's me.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, JoyousZ. That is me. Today I'll be reading this book. It's called The Girl with a Mind for Math, the story of Ray Montague, written by Julia Finley Muscat, illustrated by Daniel Riley. Let's get to reading. If there's something you want, but it seems out of reach, here's a story for you, a great truth it will teach. When you focus your mind, you succeed true and true. Like one bold engineer by the name Montague. In a state we call Arkansas, one winter day, a baby girl was welcomed, a girl they called Ray. She was bright as a star, super smart. From the start, she was headstrong, discharged, and not faint of heart. Yes, this girl had potential. Her granddad was proud. He told her, work hard, you'll stand out from the crowd. Then, something she cherished, when Ray was just 7, he took her to see her first ship. It was heaven. A real submarine! Her eyes opened wide. Who made it? She asked as they followed the guide. Engineers, said the man, giving Ray's head a pat. But my dear, you don't need to know all about that. At the time, the man's insult went over her head. No, you can't, were the words he had meant but not said. Engineering, thought Ray, and her life's dream began. Except most people laughed when she told them her plan. Stay strong, said her mom. Use your brains. You'll be fine. There will always be people who pay you no mind. Just because you're a girl and because you're black, don't let them or the state of your school hold you back. You see, schools in those days were what's called segregated. The black and white students were kept separated. That's wrong, you exclaim. It was the small, no fooling. And worst of all, white kids received better schooling. But Ray studied hard. She had a grit, taught herself. She was gifted in math and read books by herself. When the time came for college, she knew what to choose. She learned to build boats, but she got some bad news. Engineering not taught black students, they said. Her heart hit the floor. I'll take business instead. She learned what she could, and she learned the rest later. Their rules were unjust, but that school wouldn't break her. Ray finished with honors. Oh boy, what a smarty! She said her farewells. There was no time to party. I'm off to a place filled with history's greats, the capital city of all 50 states. No finding a job. It turned out that took time. She looked and she looked. Ray was not one to whine. Then it must have been fate. At least, that's what it seems. She was hired to type where they built submarines. The Navy, that's right. Oh, but hold your tears. Ship designing was only for trained engineers. So she watched as they worked, and she learned every task. Even studied computer by night in class. Then her big break arrived. The whole staff got the flu. Ray did all her work, and the engineers too. Her boss was in shock. How? He exploded. From memory, said Ray, and with that got promoted. Life should have been swell. Yet, that wasn't the case. Her boss treated her poorly because of her race. Many people like him tried to make her feel small. Ray just held her head high and outworked them all. What next from the White House? There came a command. The president ordered a ship. Make it grand. And quickly he added, well, that didn't fly. Here's the thing about that. When designing a boat, there's thousands of measurements. One needs to note. All those numbers take math, and that takes some time. But Ray had been working on something sublime. She took a deep breath. I can solve this, she said. I've come up with a system to do it instead. I'll draw the plans faster, she told them. Don't fret. I'll design the first ship by computer. No sweat. How long do you think that might take? What's your guess? I think, 1 month. Would it take her a month? Maybe weeks for success. Well, it took calculus and tons of caffeine. But Ray finished in hours, just over 18. Her program, it worked. All the blueprints were done. The ship constructed. The engineers stunned. You did it, they cheered. And her boss had to say that her quick mind for math had in fact saved the day. And no, not quite. When Ray's ship was unveiled, only white men could go, and Ray's invite not mailed. Say what? You heard right. No invite are horrible. In fact, some might say it was downright deplorable. Yet Ray kept her cool and gave her best every day. And in time, all her skills were applauded. Hooray! People learned of her work. Who's this Ray? They demanded. When they met her, they started to expect a man. Yes, that happened a lot. Many could not believe that a woman of color did all she'd achieved. Some even thought Ray was a maid. Sad but true. When they ordered a drink, she'd say, "Bring me one too." All her humor and wit served her well through the years, as she battled the hard time with laughs and not tears. And that boss in the Navy who'd been so unkind made Ray the first woman to lead ship design. More honors would follow. Her name picked up steam, and finally, at last, she accomplished her dream. That title she'd worked for, an engineer. Score! Now the whole world knows her feats. She is hidden no more. So, lesson to all is don't ever give in. Take a chance. Rock the boat. If it sinks, you can swim. When a storm comes your way, hold your course and don't stress. Never quit like Ray. Propel straight to success. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Remember, when you have stress, don't worry, just propel to success. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye.